Good morning. So it is Thursday morning around 7 a.m. and it is probably 64 degrees right now, which is kind of feels good. I'm gonna cut before the sun comes up. Hopefully I'll get done before the sun comes up, we'll see. It's supposed to be a high of 87 today in full sun. So I'm hoping to get this done before it gets too hot. But anyway, every Thursday morning in the summer, I cut for a lady named Mary. And Mary is my husband's dad's cousin. And Mary has been going to the Fulton Street Grand Rapids Farmers Market. It's a really big farmers market in Grand Rapids area in West Michigan. She's been going there selling her cut flowers for years, like I think like almost 30 years she's been going to the Fulton Street Farmers Market. So a few years ago she asked me and Jeff, my husband, if we had any flowers that we would want to sell her that she could take to the farmer's market. Right now she does, maybe that's too loud, that's probably better, I'll put the hose down in the water. Right now she does flowers like zinnias, snaps, amaranthus, gomphrena, a few other ones. And then there's only so many flowers she can fit in her space in her garden. And so she asked us a few years ago if we would be interested in like supplementing growing for her and doing, you know, a few different varieties that she doesn't do. So Jeff said, absolutely, you know, he's like, yeah, no problem, we can do that. So, so probably, I don't know, 3 or 4 years ago, we started cutting and delivering to Mary every Thursday. She usually likes 10 to 12 buckets of different varieties of flowers. And then there's certain ones that I don't get her. So I'll kind of explain it as we go. I'm gonna go turn the hose off and then get started on cutting for her and kind of explain as we go what I'm cutting. I don't know if you can tell from this video, maybe I'll kind of go down the aisle so you can see it. But this Scabiosa is, there's so much of it, I can hardly keep up with cutting it. So I have 2 buckets in front of me right here. And I'm gonna get a whole bucket of the black night Scabiosa and then a whole bucket of the white night Scabiosa. It's not white night, we just call it white night because I don't remember what kind it is. So, what I do when I cut, there's so much of it, is I just go down, I'm gonna get a better angle, sorry. I just go down, like this whole bunch is all like blooming. And so I'll just go like this and grab it all and then cut it all the way down. Like that. There's one on here that's past, like that. So I'm just gonna kind of do that, and then what I do is I actually lay it in the grass, and then when I get a big bunch I stick it in my bucket. It's a lot easier putting in the bucket if it's all together and not just as I go. So that's what I'm gonna do. There's just so much of it, so I just kind of gather it wherever it's blooming and then cut all the way down as far as I can go. And there's another one. And if it's like a couple past bloom, I'll just snip them off. But she actually, I've asked her about it, Mary, and she kind of likes that. So she doesn't mind at all. She's not picky. And she doesn't mind if it looks like it's a little going past bloom at all. So that's kind of nice. But we'll go down farther so you can see some more. I'm gonna attempt to walk down maybe this aisle way. There's my pile right there that I'm working on. So I'll probably grab all these black ones right there. And then all the white are like kind of falling over, but it'll be fine once I cut them. And then right here, all that black and then all that black I'm gonna get right now. I know that normal people, when they cut, they go down and just cut one stem off. But I seriously, it would take hours to do that, and there's so much of it that I honestly, I don't have time to do that. So I got another whole thing already. I'll just set that here for now. And I'll come down here farther, do the same thing. More. Let's see if I can attempt to get all of this into one bucket. Look at how much I cut. Look at all those stems. It's tons. Okay, I don't even know if I can fit it all into one. We'll see. Oh, wow. Oh, that is so much. Get them all kind of in the water. Okay, we got one bucket done. Now I'm gonna do that again with the white. All right, I'm gonna attempt to put these in the bucket. She strips them all too, so she'll go through them and, you know, pick out any that she doesn't want and kind of go through them. So I just basically rough cut for her. So I got quite a bit of these too. Yeah. All right, we got 2 buckets done. I'm cutting her 12 buckets total today. All right, so up next is the verbena, this little purple one. So I do the same thing as we did with the scabiosa. I'm just gonna go way down, grab as many as I can, and just hack them off. So last year when I cut, I would follow like one stem down, go all the way down and go like that, you know? But I was realizing that it doesn't really matter. They will just keep growing like crazy. And there's just so many of them. So I just kind of go in and chop down them all. Gather like that, and then just go down and cut. And then that's kind of like a handful of them. And then I'll stick them in the bucket, I guess. Those aren't actually as bad sticking in the bucket one at a time. Some stuff is easier to put in the bucket one at a time, and some stuff is like impossible. And you kind of have to do it all at the same time or they don't fit. Like, I always want my garden, I try to get it as green as possible every week. So the more I cut it, the better it does, so it doesn't go past bloom. So I always just hack it down. It just helps the flowers, it helps that they never go past bloom and you don't have to worry about it. So I just keep hacking it and they grow back. Every week, they'll be back without fail. Up next is the cosmos. I just seen this and I was like, what the heck? Look at that cosmo It's like a tubular or something. It's like a tube. Huh. Never seen a Cosmo like that. Usually, you know, they're just like that. And this one is like, got tubes in it. Interesting. Anyway, okay. So, Cosmos, Mary loves Cosmos. And so I'm gonna get her a bucket of Cosmos. I might get her 2 buckets, that's how much she loves Cosmos. The Cosmos for me are the worst things to have to cut. They are a pain to cut. They're so fragile and delicate. So I personally don't like cutting Cosmos, but I'll do it for Mary. I don't cut them for my bouquets anymore because they're just so fragile. Like I just cut that. And look. Like, so then I would have to clean that up, you know. I don't know. It's very time consuming to cut these things. So I don't cut them for myself, but Mary loves them, so we'll cut them for her. Cosmos are new to me this year. This is our first year growing them. And the main reason that we grew Cosmos this year is for Mary, because she loves them. And last year she said, "Do you have Cosmos?" And I said, "No, but we could try it, you know." So that's why we did Cosmos this year, specifically for Mary. So these are for her. So far we got her that bucket of verbena Cosmos, and then those 2 scabs over there. So we got 4. I got 6, 7, 8 more to go. So next we're going to do the celosia. So I can only fit 8 buckets in this wonderful, wonderful wagon my sister just gave me. Thank you, Jessica. It's been life-changing. I use it multiple times a day. It's so much better than my red wagon. So the other 4, you know, because we're doing 12 buckets, I'm just gonna leave in the yard, you know, these 2 and then those other 2. And then I'm gonna roll my wagon over to our perennial garden and see what we can cut her out of there. All right, the sun is up over here. I am already hot just rolling my wagon over here, and the sun's on us now. So I gotta take a layer off or I'm gonna get too hot. All right, so this is our perennial garden, and well, half is perennials, half is zinnias, deer-eaten sunflowers. Sore subject. The deer come and eat all of our sunflowers, but we put some spray around, and it has actually been helping, so that's good news. And I appreciate it if you helped and commented on what we should do about the deer eating the sunflowers. I think what we're going to go ahead and do next year is we're going to have to build a fence around, well, at least for maybe the first year, because it's probably going to be expensive, an area like that we know that the deer are gonna eat, you know, what flowers. But anyway, I was getting off track there, sorry. So Mary loves Baptisia. It's probably her favorite flower that we grow, and what's crazy is she just likes the leaves, like the stems of it. So it's been past bloom since long ago. So she asked actually for 2 buckets of Baptisia. I don't know if I have 2 buckets. worth, but I'm gonna cut all that I have and see if it's gonna fit into 2 buckets. We shall see. So this Baptisia, it's a perennial and it's really good greenery filler for her. She just loves it. So I'll show you. This is it. This is the Baptisia that, oh, there's a Liatris in there. This is the Baptisia that Mary loves, that she asked for 2 buckets. I would say, I don't know, that's a big full 1 bucket. So that's what it looks like. She just likes it for the greenery, for filler, for her bouquets. So I don't cut on it at all. For my bouquets or anything, I save it all for Mary. Next up, I am gonna give Mary this week the butterfly bush and the Liatris. She doesn't use our zinnias. She has her own zinnias, tons of Benary giants. They're gorgeous at her house. So I'm gonna use our zinnias because we have too much of them for our bouquets. And then I'm gonna give Mary all of the buddleia, the butterfly bush. I think that she is going to absolutely love them. They smell great. They're well known, you know, people like them. They're popular. I guess, I don't know if I finished my story about how we met her. So she's Jeff's dad's cousin, and she asked us to grow a few things. And then we started growing for her, and absolutely loved it. So then started growing kind of specific for her on, you know, what she wanted. And that's kind of how it progressed into, you know, doing cut flower gardens. Is I kind of started for just cutting on the side once a week for Mary. And then it kind of turned into, maybe we could use all these extra flowers some way, you know, and then started bringing them to the Kalamazoo Farmers Market where we go, and, you know, drying them and making stuff. So it kind of progressed from there. So, but that's basically where it started. Was I started cutting for Mary just, you know, 10 to 12 buckets a week to for her to go sell them with her flowers at the Farmers Market in Grand Rapids. I think I got them all. Those are so pretty. I wish you could smell them. They just smell amazing. I have all these zinnias I haven't cut on yet, a whole row of them. They're just begging to be picked. So I'm gonna cut all those plus all the ones in our other garden for my bouquets for focals. And then I'm gonna give Mary this Liatris I'm gonna cut next. And I'm not gonna use it for my bouquets because I gotta use the zinnias up. We have been cutting on the Liatris now for bouquets, and for Mary, I would say about, man, I bet you this is week 4. So they have been a great cut for us, very consistent and very reliable. They last forever in a bouquet, and they just keep shooting. So they have been very nice for us for, I would say this is the 4th week cutting on them. So I would highly recommend Liatris. All right, I got quite a bit of them. We'll go put them in our, I think our butterfly bush bucket. I think then we'll make a full one. On to our next garden. I'm gonna get her Ageratum, Cleome, and some Kiss Me's, and some, I don't know what else I can find. I still gotta fill, there's our huge Baptisia bucket. Verbena, that was our Liatris thing. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more to fill. Oh gosh, that's gonna be too easy. All right, let's go after the white Cleome. Way down here. That one I'll save for me, for those white Cleome I'll save for bouqueting for me tomorrow for market, and then let's cut Mary these. The shade is over here, so that's kind of better. So the Cleome is a very easy cut for me. I love cutting Cleome if I have gloves on. They're super pokey like a rose thorn, so I won't touch them if I don't have gloves on. They smell great. I love the smell of Cleome. They're great air for bouquets. I don't like that one. And I only cut the white ones for bouquets, and I save the pink and purple for drying because the pink and purple are just amazing dried. So that's why there's only white. Usually there's pink too and purple, but I come in and cut them and hang them in the basement. All the pink and purple ones. I'll show you a little. Oh, you can probably see them. See the little pink and purple ones coming on right there? So those I'll wait and I'll cut. Oh, there's a whole nother batch. Look at that. Those are going in the basement. They're too good. They're too good. So, okay, we'll set it over here so you can see that. Oh, I just love them. We got a lot. Tons. Look at that. Wow. So cool. She's gonna love it. All right, next up, ageratum. This stuff grows like a weed. There's so much of it. It's that blue stuff. So Mary loves ageratum. And that's why we do so much of it, is because she loves it. And I kind of do this like I do the scabiosa. I just go in like this, grab a bunch, and chop it down. That's a weed. You kind of have to do it like this, or it would take hours and hours and hours to just basically get the same effect. And they grow back so fast that you kind of have to, so they don't go past bloom. I don't know if I can fit any more in the bucket, so I better stop. Oh, there's a weed in there, see? This is one of Mary's favorites. The Kiss Me Over the Garden Gates Amaranth. So cool. So this variety is called Green Tails. So it's supposed to be green. This is what it looks like. And I try to get it before it starts touching the ground. So it's like perfect. It's like not quite touching ground, well some are, but not like extremely dirty, you know. Well, there's a little bit right there. But this stuff is really cool in a bouquet. So she loves this, so I'm definitely getting a full bucket of the green tail amaranthus. This is an extremely easy cut. The stems are just right there for you. I really like cutting it easy, very easy cut. I think I can't fit any more in a bucket. I think that's all we should get, because you know we only have a certain amount of space here. So that's how many I got. They're heavy. gosh. Look at that. That's crazy. All right, let's go put them in our bucket. My wagon is like, I don't know, it's jam-packed. I don't know how I'm gonna fit this in there. Oh, I can just hold it off the back. Like this, maybe. Oh my gosh. Wowzer. Woo! She is gonna love that. Okay, I got 2 more. I totally forgot that we have to get her the salvia over in the other garden by the scabiosa. I totally forgot to get her some of this salvia. Look how much of it is. It goes all the way back there. Oh my gosh. And then like a close-up of it would be, that's what it looks like. So I should probably cut her a couple buckets of this. She likes it. Or she likes salvia. I know she likes salvia. So let's do, and she liked it last week, that's right. So let's do a couple buckets of these. These, like, it's weird. They look like almost like weeds when you cut them, but it's so weird. Once you put it in a bouquet, it looks so cool. It's like a really cool blue. And so it's kind of like, oh wow, that looks like a weed. What is that? That's not good. That's not gonna work. And that's what I thought. And then when I started putting in the bouquet, I'm like, oh my gosh, I love it. So looks can be deceiving when it's in the field. And also I like it because we dry it and it dries great. It's really cool as a dried flower too, which that's one of the reasons I love it. It's really hard to cut. It's overwhelming. Like you're just kind of like, where do I go? You know, because there's just so much of it. So that's kind of how I feel when I cut this, is I'm overwhelmed. Like, where do I even start? But you just got to keep on doing it. So after the salvia that we cut, I just grabbed her some straws just to fill that bucket up. And then I did a bucket of status for her too. So now what I'm gonna do, roll the wagon to the garage, then go carry 2 at a time to the garage, and then I'll show you kind of how I load my car. All right, now I'm gonna attempt to get all of these in my car. I do it every week, so I know I can do it. But I first open all the doors in the trunk of my car, lay my seats down, and the tallest stuff I put in the front, like, or in the back seat. So like the scabiosas are really tall. So I know they're not gonna fit in my littler height, short trunk. So I put the most tall stuff. This verbena is pretty tall. We don't want to scrunch it. So we'll put that in there too. And definitely gonna have to put the Kiss Me's, this one, in the back seat. This is huge. Okay, I can fit one more over there. I would say I don't know, the Leatrice. Maybe yeah, this is fine. I'll put this in there. Okay, so I got 6 in the front seat so far. Oh wait, no, I gotta put the Baptisia in there. That one's huge. Okay, that Cleon fits, that's good. I gotta put this thing in the back seat because I don't think it'll fit in the front. Oh my gosh. We are packed. So there's that. Perfect. 6 in the back seat and 6 in the trunk. Cool. right, off to Mary's. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and hopefully it was interesting to you. So I hope you're having a great day and I will see you next time. All right, bye.